The right accessories can take your outfits from dull to yes please, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the ones that you need to look effortlessly stylish. If you like this video at any point, please do drop it a like, and now that's all out the way, let's get into the accessories. So let's talk about necklaces first. Now, a necklace can make or break an outfit in my opinion, so it's not just a case of whacking anything on. You can wear one fully on show in your outfit, or you can have it tucked into your t-shirt and have it just poking out a little bit. And there's a time and a place for both looks, but the majority of the time, I just wear them tucked in. And you might not think it, but just having a necklace poking out from underneath your t-shirt makes a huge difference in your outfit. I think it adds a nice touch to a look, and it shows that you pay attention to the small details. And having a necklace or two on show can really make an outfit, but it's really easy to make an outfit look cheesy as well. If you love a bit of cheese, then who am I to stop you? You do you. But I think it can sometimes come across like you're trying too hard. Just look at Marky Z here. In my opinion, this looks about as far away from effortlessly stylish as you can get, and the chain hanging out just doesn't look natural on him. In fairness to Mark though, I don't think these styles of chains look good hanging out. I think if you're going to have your chains hanging out, then a pendant chain or a stack of chains looks so much better. I don't know, maybe you think Marky Z looks great in his necklace. There is no right or wrong. It all comes down to personal preference at the end of the day. But I don't think you can go wrong with a slim, simple curb chain. I just wear this one tucked in. A Figaro chain always looks nice as well. It's a classic design, and again, it's going to add a nice touch to any outfit. I also really like some box chains at the moment. They just add a bit of interest to any look, and I'll link some of my favorites in the description box. If you're looking for a pendant necklace, then I don't think you can go wrong with something like this. I think my favorite look right now though is a chain with a couple of pendants on it, like this. I think it adds a lot of style to any outfit, and I'm currently looking for some nice ones myself. If you want more of a statement piece, then I absolutely love my Landon necklace from Our Legacy. I usually wear it for a more grungy look, but it can be a little bit too much for some people. So if it is, they've also got their delicate necklace, which I absolutely love as well. I also think something like this can look great on the right person, but try some styles out for yourself and see what works for you. Next up, I want to talk about rings. And when it comes to rings, I usually wear a maximum of 3, but again, there are no rules. I personally avoid anything that looks like this. They just don't give off effortlessly stylish in my opinion, but take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt, because that's all this is, just my opinion. Black rings and wooden rings don't do it for me either, so I tend to avoid those, and anything like this is probably going to be a bit much for most people. A good rule of thumb to follow is the smarter your outfit, the less jewelry you wear. Of course, there are times where more jewelry can look great with a smarter look, but I'm just giving you a rule of thumb to follow here. I don't want to make things too complicated. But if you have a look at my rings, I've had these for years and years, but they're not giving me effortlessly stylish, and that's why I'm upgrading them. At the moment, I'm really into these textured style rings. They're simple, but the rough finish gives them character. So instead of wearing a band like this, which is a little bit dull, try a more textured finish instead. These types of rings can be really fun, and brands like the Ooze, Seb Brown and Blue Burnham do a lot in this style. Oh, and also have a look on Etsy. I've seen some awesome stuff on there, so definitely check that out. For something cleaner and sharp looking, I don't think you can go wrong with jewelry from Tom Wood, and if you want something more affordable, then check out Serge Denims and My Ansai, but I'll leave links in the description box. But I think if you're going to wear one ring, then wearing either a wedding band or a ring on your little finger looks really cool, but one ring on any of the other fingers can make your hands look a little bit bare. For 2 rings, you can go one on each hand to create some balance, or I think this setup with the little finger and the finger next to it gives off a great look. If you're wearing 3, you could go for either of these looks on the one hand and then the other ring on the other hand. Or you could do it the way I showed you earlier, but just make sure you get some better rings than me. But do whatever you feel comfortable with, and do what makes you feel like you when you're wearing your jewelry. So next up, I want to talk about belts. Now, you might not think that belts make a big difference to an outfit, but out of everything in my wardrobe, the thing that I get asked most about is my belts. Either everyone doesn't like the rest of my outfits, or I just have great belts, or maybe it's a bit of both. But whatever the reason, a nice looking belt can add a lot to an outfit, so don't neglect them. Personally, I like to wear a black belt 99% of the time, but you can get as creative as you like with these. One thing I will say though, just a word of warning, the louder your belt, the more likely you are to get bored of it quicker. Because it stands out so much in an outfit, it can make a lot of your outfits look similar. So this is why I usually go for something more subtle. Subtle doesn't have to be boring though, but it means you can wear the same belt over and over again without the outfit feeling too repetitive, if that makes sense. And this probably won't come as a shock to regular viewers on the channel, but if I could only recommend one brand when it comes to belts, it would be Our Legacy. And by the way, if you do want to become a regular viewer, then all you have to do is hit subscribe. We all have a great time together on this channel, so if you want to join the fun, then come on in. Anyway, Our Legacy do some of the nicest looking belts out there in my opinion, and they've got some more simple options and some more out there options, so there is something for everyone. They are very expensive though, so if you want something more affordable, I came across this really nice looking belt from COS recently. It's going to add a lot to an outfit, but it's still very versatile, and I think the price is really fair on it. I'll also link some cheaper alternatives to my Our Legacy Western style belt. I always get asked for cheaper alternatives to that belt, so yeah, they'll all be down there. And another brand that I'd highly recommend when it comes to cool looking belts is All Saints. I've had one of their belts for years now and I still absolutely love it, and it's held up great. And also All Saints have this belt for £65 and Our Legacy have this belt that looks very similar for £290. So I do find All Saints a great, more affordable alternative to Our Legacy when it comes to belts. Next up, we've got sunglasses. I'm not sure why I said it like that. A little bit dramatic, but that's the kind of wacky stuff we do on this channel. Now, I think that sunglasses are a bit of a minefield. It can be so difficult to find pairs that suit you. Or maybe it's just my face doesn't suit that many pairs, I don't know. But I think that everyone should have at least 2 pairs of sunglasses, one smarter pair and one more playful pair. For the smarter pair, you can't go wrong with a classic style frame in a darker colorway, whether that's black or dark brown. And then for the more playful pair, I like to play around with different colored frames or different colored lenses. I think a colorful pair of sunglasses can add a lot to an outfit, especially if you don't wear a lot of color like me. I've currently got an orange pair that I like wearing from Jimmy Fairley, and they add a nice pop of color to any outfit, but I really want to get a black pair with blue lenses as well. I love black and blue together, and I wear a lot of black, so I think they'd work perfectly with my wardrobe. I also think this purple color from Cutler & Gross is absolutely delicious. I just haven't found a pair from them in this color that suit me, which I'm gutted about. But one thing I will say when it comes to sunglasses is don't rush into buying a pair. There's been so many times where I've loved a pair of sunglasses in a store and then I've bought them only to go off them a few weeks later. I don't know why this happens, but I start to see myself differently in the sunglasses and I don't look as cool as I thought I did in them in the store. This might just be a me thing, so if that's the case, then just ignore this part. But what I do to avoid this happening now is I take pictures of myself in the sunglasses that I like in the store. And then in a few weeks time, if I still like the way they look on me in the pictures, I'll go back to the store, try them on again, and then if I still like them, I'll buy them. And this has saved me so much money because 9 times out of 10, I've ended up not liking the way I look in the pictures in the sunglasses. So yeah, try this out if you find this happening to you. The next accessory is small watches. Now, I've never been a fan of big chunky watches. I think they always look a bit over the top and they can cheapen the look of an outfit in my opinion. Also, if you've got dainty little wrists like I do, then a large watch can overwhelm them. A smaller, more sleek looking watch is a lot more versatile and they'll always look good with any outfit in my opinion. And the Cartier Tank is the most well-known watch in this category and it's absolutely beautiful, but the price isn't beautiful. But there's so many affordable options out there that give off a similar look, so you don't have to spend thousands on a watch if you don't want to. Next up, we've got bracelets. Now, although I do like wearing a chunky necklace from time to time, I don't like wearing chunky bracelets. I think they're another item that can look a little bit cheesy and a bit cheap, not always, but a lot of the time, so I generally avoid them. Again, if you've got dainty little wrists like me, then I don't want something too chunky on my wrist. I always find it funny how many men laugh at other men having dainty wrists, but I'm proud of mine, I quite like them. But anyway, dainty wrists or not, I do think slimmer jewelry on the wrist normally works a lot better the majority of the time. You can wear slimmer jewelry casually and it's a lot easier to dress up, so if you only want to buy one bracelet that you wear all the time, get something slimmer. But this paperclip bracelet from Hatton Labs is a nice simple bracelet, and I absolutely love this chain bracelet from Tom Wood. For something even more sleek and subtle, I really like this one from Vanita Carter and Essence. I think a really slim bracelet like this gives off a great look. And if you want something a little bit more grungy and fun, then this bone bracelet is a really cool looking thing. The next accessory is earrings. Now I know a lot of you probably won't have your ears pierced, so I'll keep this one quick, but I do think a piercing or two can add a lot to an outfit. I know a lot of people will disagree with me on this one, but whatever you do, people will always disagree with you, so just remember that. But for daily wear, I like to keep it simple and wear a simple hoop, but for events or special occasions, I always think it looks cool when people get a bit more creative with their earrings. And I do think for some events or some occasions, a dangly earring can give off a great look on the right person. For example, if you wear one with a smarter look, it can just add a bit of an edge to your outfit and make it stand out a bit. Again, this is another one that's very easy to make look cheesy, but if done right, it can really bring an outfit to life. But that's the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I did. If you did, please do leave the video a like. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Now go and have fun out there, and until next time, I will see you later.